I do want to start off this video about how to manage your data by first stating you do want to have your Wi-Fi on when you want to use it at that moment in time. When you're not using it, please turn it off. The same thing through Bluetooth. If you have your Wi-Fi or Bluetooth on and you're actually not trying to connect to a network, it's going to be going in and out, in and out, in and out of finding several different connections and pinging all these other ones and asking you and telling you. So when you're not using your Wi-Fi, driving around, going to a mall, whatever, please turn those things off. When you do get home, turn it on and connect to your Wi-Fi. So that's one way to actually help you out with your batteries. So now that I kind of gave that little disclaimer about there, let me show you guys that there is actually a native app on the phone before I show you the app that I use. First off, you're going to hit on your menu and settings. Underneath here, you're going to see where it says data usage. Some people have seen it, some people have not played with it. If you guys kind of want to know how this thing works, this is where you can turn on and off your mobile data. If you want to set your mobile data limit so you don't go over it, or if you have a child or someone that's on your plan and you do not want them to go over their data usage, this is how you can do it. The red line here, this is where you can move it up and down. So right now it's set to about 4.6 gigs. I can bring it all the way down to 3 gigs since that's where I'm at, and it'll completely cut off my phone and turn off the mobile data once I hit that. You can also have it set a warning at 2.7, or you can bring it wherever you want to give you a warning, just to let you know. But I usually don't restrict mine. I'm doing pretty good with that, so if you do need to restrict it, that's how you can do it. The other thing is that you can move these back and forth to actually show you different days and how much is being used. So if you want to limit it and see what's going on for 7 days or 1 day, you can move those around. When you scroll down to the bottom, underneath that graph, this is where you see the specific applications and how much they are using in terms of data. So in terms of Facebook, you just go right in here, then this is where you can actually see how much is being used, how much of it is in the foreground, and then how much of it is in the background. If you notice that there's one that uses a lot of background data, this is where you can scroll down and click on restrict background data. This is where this thing is not going to be, getting all these notifications in your pocket. So if you have an app that uses a lot, you might as well just restrict it. That way it's going to save you battery as well as data. The other thing is that if you do turn this on, probably for Facebook, my guess is that you will get these notifications. You just have to go into the application itself and hit refresh, and it's going to pull it up. So it will give you everything in terms of your foreground, or if you're connected to Wi-Fi. So that is what the restrict data is for. Now, how I manage mine is going to be through an app that's called Onavo Count. So I'm going to open up Onavo Count. And what it's going to happen is when you first open it up and you first download this thing, it's going to ask you when your billing cycle starts, and then also how much gigs you have. And then on here, as you can tell, it just looks a lot better than what the previous app I was just into. It shows you how much you've used, how much gigs you have left, where you're using it, if it's in music or travel, video, other. You can check out your cycle, which ones are being used the most. Here's the days, things like that. You can check out last month if you want to. You can check out weekly and monthly in terms of, other than daily. Right here you can tell that there's the internet right here. And so this is where you can check out how much is being used in the foreground, how much is being used in the background, and how much is on Wi-Fi. So again, what I previously just showed you, if you notice that there is one of these that is using a lot of background data, so let's see, maybe CNET, a little bit of baby background there, not a lot. The weather channel, that one's a lot of background. So this is actually one where you can go into the previous screen and you can restrict the background data on the weather channel. And then all you have to do is open up your weather channel widget or application, and then as you're in it, in the foreground, you hit refresh, it's going to show you everything. So this is actually one that I might want to switch this into restricting background data. And again, how that works, if I hit on the home icon, I go to menu and settings, head into data usage, then I'm going to scroll down, and if I find the weather channel, scroll it down, put it restrict background data, okay, and now I'm good to go. I'm going to be saving my data right there. And so let's go back into my Onavo Count. There is one more tab I want to show you guys. If I go back, up here on the right hand side, this is where it says App Guide. The App Guide actually shows you what is the top trending 20 applications that's using the most data. So if you notice that you have downloaded every single one of these 20, or you have half of them, I would say you might want to start looking at these and which ones is using the most, either restricting the background data or just deleting them entirely. So this is the most used apps. You also got trending apps, things like that. So, and if you want to share what you're doing, you go to share, which I don't know why you want to share any of this. And then up here, this is where you can switch into your data plan. If you switch it, go to the settings, you can go to billing cycle. So this is how I manage my data. Basically, open up Onavo Count, check out which one's using the most data, and you can watch it out, watch out and how much you're using, or restrict the background data, and that saves you as well. So, hope you guys enjoyed.